Hello fellow woodworkers and welcome to this week's edition of the Garage Workshop 10-minute tool review. This week we're going to be taking a look at the Basecamp Pro M mask. Roll the intro. So fellow woodworkers, one of the things about having a YouTube channel, particularly a woodworking one, is from time to time people reach out to you, makers of products reach out to you and ask you to feature their products on one of your videos. So as you know, I do the 10-minute tool reviews, which never are 10 minutes, apologies for that. And I've looked at a lot of different things in the time the channel's been running, but nearly all of those have been things that I've purchased myself with my own money. It's always difficult when you get given these offers because obviously the people sending you the products are giving you them for free. And for me, I've never been paid for any of my reviews, but obviously having the items for free is the sort of equivalent of payment. But what I've decided to do recently is to only say yes to items which I'm A, looking for, or B, I know I will use in the garage workshop. So this week's video in particular was a company that I was keen to link up with because I've been looking for a much better option in terms of dust control with a mask. So we're going to have a little look at the product that's been sent to me this week and give it the usual garage workshop 10-minute review. So fellow woodworkers, this is the Basecamp M Pro mask, and I should start by saying I'm not being paid to do this review. Yes, Basecamp did send me these Pro M masks, but I've made it very clear to them that this is going to be a very honest review. There's no affiliate link or anything like that, so I'm not making anything monetarily out of this mask. Now, there are dozens and dozens of what will probably be much better reviews of this product on YouTube. If you just go into YouTube and do a search, you'll see lots and lots of them, including one from a few years back from the Training Hands Academy, which I've mentioned a few times on this channel. But the reason why I've decided to review this is A, it has got really good reviews on the sites that I've seen and the videos that I've watched. They are very good reviews, and B, I'm looking for a much better alternative for dust protection than I've currently got. Now, having said that, this all over type of mask is not something I would necessarily have chosen. I like the flexibility of having a mask that's easy to pull on and off. This one is more mainly aimed at people that are going to be wearing the mask for a long period of time. So if it's a woodworking application, people that work in factories and things like this, but this is not just a woodworking dust mask. If you work in any environment where you're exposed to airborne pollutants, then this mask will do the same job, whether you're a cleaner or you work in any sort of factory, anywhere where you've got airborne pollutants, this mask can potentially be used. So some of the key features about this mask before we take it out and actually have a look at it. It has got a lightweight sort of mesh material, which means it's breathable, which obviously is why you can use it for longer periods of time. It's got apparently very, very good anti-fogging feature because of the breathability of the mask, but we are actually going to try that later. I'm going to do an impression of Darth Vader and see if I can fog the mask up when I've got my glasses on. But it does say very clearly on all the videos I've seen and on Basecamp's website, and it actually says it on the front of the packet, that the ergonomic 3D design of this means that the mask must be properly sealed against the face for it to act as that essential barrier from the airborne particles. And also, it is a dust mask. Now, my understanding is it hasn't got a NIOSH rating, so it can't be called anything else, but this is a light years away from the sort of disposable ones that you see, or the painting and decorating ones that you see. So lightweight breathable mesh. It's got an L shape design, which I'll hopefully give you a close-up of, and it has 3 different points of adjustment, which makes it even easier when you're securing it for a longer period of wear. It's got a 6-layer system with the filters have activated carbon, which means according to the packaging it's 99.6% effective in non-oil based airborne particles, which when you think about woodworking, and particularly if you're cutting things like MDF, there's a lot of tiny particles that are in the air. And as I do a lot of MDF cutting and a lot of plywood cutting, that in particular was a real selling point for me. It's got a metal nose clip. Again, all of these things I will show you in a minute. And it only needs adjusting apparently in a couple of places to get a really good fit. But as I said, you have got to get a proper accurate fit. Inside the packet, there are 6 of the sort of inner filters that go with the mask. It says, depending on use, but if you're sort of using it all day, every day, it said it lasts between 20 and 30 different hours. 20 to 30 hours. And obviously for different use, that potentially will change. And it does say on the back, the life expectancy of the base camp filter depends on many variables such as particle exposure density, particle exposure duration, and user breathing rate. So here's the packet. One of the other things which I've noticed on a lot of YouTube videos, and I'm not sure if it's suggested in the instructions, we'll have a look in a minute, is to actually keep the mask in this packet. It's the reason why they give you this resealable packet. There's also two QR codes on the front, on the back, which when you scan them take you to a little bit of a video about the mask. You can also find that video on YouTube. So let's open it up and see what's inside. So we've got a set of base camp instructions, again, QR code there, some really nice pictures and explanation of how to use it. They're actually really nice colour little booklet of instructions, which is quite unusual, certainly for a lot of the products that we use on here, and very clear guidance on how you do everything. Apparently it's very easy to change the filters, but we'll have a look at that. And this is the actual mask itself. Wow. Have to say, it is actually a lot nicer quality than I expected it to be. Apparently the mask is completely washable as well. Obviously you would take the filter out because that's got the active carbon filter in it, but the actual sort of external part of the mask without the filter is completely washing machine washable. So the mask at the back has the established back strap. Let's take that off. Again, you can hopefully see it's actually really nice quality. It's nicely sewn. There's lots of really good give in the elastic, and as I said, obviously it's got the side elastic, it's got the top, and even hopefully you can see that there's a mesh on the side, and I can actually see through it. It's a bit hard to sort of show you, but you can see sort of through the light through both sections. And inside we actually have the filter itself, and that's the bit obviously that you change. So feels good. First impressions really quite positive, and it also comes with this vacuum packed set of active carbon filters. Obviously when you've worn it for a while, if you've worn it for the time that it says, then you can change the filter. So you've seen everything that's in the box. Let's have a go at putting it on. When I first thought about doing this video, I didn't think I would get to this stage where the camera is predominantly focused on my ugly mug, but let's give it a go. One thing I forgot to point out earlier is this metal band that's across the top. Hopefully you can see that, and that is the clasp that enables you to seal it across the bridge of your nose in order to get a very good fit. So I'm just going to try it on. Let's see how it goes. But I have to say, first impressions, I am surprised at the quality. Here are the two. I did say at the beginning, if you remember, that there was a 3-point adjustment system, and as with a lot of masks, you quite often only have an adjustment on one side, but there's an equal adjustment on this side, and obviously the Velcro strap at the bottom is the third sense. So let's try it on. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how the sound is going to sound, but I do feel a bit like Bane from the Batman films, or Darth Vader. So if you hear me say, Luke, I am your father at some point, you'll know what that means. Let's just have a little tour of the head. And as you can see, the connection on the back and on the top. Sometimes having a YouTube channel just is weird. So, initial impressions. The first thing I'm going to say is the mask is super, super comfortable. It does need adjusting at the top. I can feel it's pulling very tightly, and it probably needs a little bit of adjustment at the bottom, but straight out of the box, it feels really, really comfortable to wear. There's lots of space around my mouth, lots of space to breathe, and it's not uncomfortable in any way. So I'm just going to give the top straps a little bit of an adjustment because I can feel the whole mask is being pulled up a little bit. Let's see how easy it is to do that adjustment. So the adjustment I'm going to make is just to loosen these two straps, and it's a really simple system. You just adjust the pulley. I'm going to do it on both sides. I think that will probably be enough. Just give it a little bit of a tight fit. Let me just try that. Yeah, that is probably a little bit too loose now. So with a mask like this, with so many adjustable features, it's obviously going to be a little bit difficult. I'm just going to widen that nose gap as well so I can get it on. Let's try again. Okay, so that adjustment has worked really well. It's a really good fit around the top now and around the nose. And let me just try the back again. I think I had it too loose before, the sort of neck strap one. Okay, so that's it. I'm just going to do a couple of breathing outs. Okay, so the only place I can feel air coming out is through the front. So before we do anything else, I'm going to go get my safety glasses and we'll give it the fog test and see if it works. So here we go. So that's enough of that. Very pleased to say no fogging at all, and the mask is incredibly comfortable to wear. I'm really quite surprised, and I think in a couple of the videos I've seen, people have said, oh, it was so comfortable I forgot I was wearing it, and I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, but what I would say is it's a lot more comfortable than I expected it to be. And we're not talking a massively expensive mask here. I think at the moment it's in a Black Friday sale. I'm filming this video on the 17th of November, and it's obviously coming up to Black Friday, and there is a Black Friday sale. I'll put a link in the description to the website, but not really expensive. It's about, I think it's about $23, $24, about 17, 18 pounds. But I am going to say I'm impressed. I am impressed with that straight out of the bat. It feels really comfortable. When your face moves, you can feel it maintains that sort of seal against your face, but it does move with you. And obviously the two different levels of fixability or adjustability, I should say, are really quite good. So let's have a look at how easy it is to change the actual internal filter on the inside. So to change the filter according to the instructions, which are really good instructions, by the way. I know, you know, it's a mask. You can't have that many complicated instructions, but inside it clearly shows you, it's got two little pictures. There's no way you're ever going to see that, but the actual plastic has two arrows on it, and it says to open, you turn it this way. So you literally turn the plastic and it comes out. Same on the other side. If I've got that the right way, let me just check. Yep. So you close it and it opens, pops out on the side. Obviously the whole thing comes through, and then you can remove the inner dust filter, and this is the one that's got the active carbon system in it. So really, really nice and easy to take it out. Hopefully just as easy to put it back in again, he says. Okay, got it. I think that was a little bit of user error. I hadn't quite got the clip pushed in all of the way. I don't think it matters where these air vents sit, but I will just have a look on one of the other masks. But as you can see, it's all fitted back in. It's a really nice tight fit. So what I'm going to do now is just have a go on a couple of pieces of wood and just see whether I can tell or detect any dust coming in. And we'll also have a look at the mask after I've cut some. And also I'll wear my safety goggles and we'll see whether it fogs up. So let's do that now. Okay, so hopefully you can see there is no fogging at all. I didn't feel any dust or any particles coming in from the mask. And I'm just going to take it off and see if we have anything at all in the filter. Looks pretty good. Maybe a couple of little bits, but really successful. And when I was wearing it, it felt sort of almost like airtight without being airtight, if you see what I mean. But there's plenty of room to breathe in there. Particular moment, I've got a cold at the moment, so my breathing's even more laboured than normal. But yeah, really impressed with that. So let's have a little final review of this product. So fellow woodworkers, what are my overall final thoughts on this product, the Basecamp M Pro dust mask? I have to say, I am really impressed with it. And you know, when you get these emails and you get these products sent to you, you never know if they're going to be any good, to be honest. But this one is definitely a keeper. It is one I'm very comfortable for recommending to you as the subscribers of this channel. And like I said, it's not a massively expensive dust mask. It's not going to set you back a fortune. But I'm really impressed. I'm impressed with the quality of the product. I'm impressed with how well it performed. It didn't fog up my glasses, which is always an issue. And these are the type of dust protectors that I normally use. And these always fog up my glasses. And the other thing is, because they've got that sort of toughened, hardened plastic rubber fitting, it's also quite difficult to sit my safety glasses on. But not with this. It just sat perfectly in, because obviously it molds to your face. It's able to move around the glasses. So I am really pleased with it. It's definitely a winner and a product that I would highly recommend. As I said at the beginning, I'll put a link to this in the description for this video, but I'm not an affiliate. I don't have an affiliate link with them. If you buy it, fantastic, but you won't get a discount and I won't get any money from it. So it's a completely decision on your part, but I cannot recommend it highly enough. And I know it's going to get a lot of use, and you'll see it coming up in the Garage Workshop videos in the future. Fellow woodworkers, we are at the end of this week's 10-minute tool review. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments, A, if you've got this mask and if you've used it, or B, what you thought of the video and what you thought of the mask in general. If you're new to the channel, please can I ask you to subscribe, like and comment. Sadly, the vast majority of people that watch my videos don't subscribe to my channel. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, but it makes the channel a much stronger place. So please can I ask you to do that. If you are a regular subscriber, thank you so much for watching me on the 10-minute tool review this week. Don't forget to like and comment, and I'll catch you on next week's edition of the Garage Workshop. Take care, fellow woodworkers.